Hey everyone, what is going on? I am in a great mood because this weekend it is spring. And if you live here in Colorado or anywhere else that's, crappy and cold in the US, it's very exciting. Because as much as I love Colorado, I hate the first 3 months of the year. That's why I went to Florida a few weeks ago. I have to go on a little vacation, otherwise I'll lose my mind. So today I want to talk about an infinite credit card hack. And if done correctly, you will not pay any interest. I'm sure you've been in this situation. You see something that you really want. Like you're trying to be financially savvy and buy in bulk, so you go to Costco to save some money, and right when you walk in, you notice they put it right in the entrance. Right when you walk in, you see an 85-inch OLED TV, and you think to yourself, my God, I've got to have that. It will truly make me happy if I get that. Or you could be like me and see a hand-wired amplifier that you really want, or a special edition custom shop guitar, and you just have to have it. You could throw it on your credit card, but you hate the idea of that. You don't want to spend 19, 18, 20% interest. And you don't want to use cash because that's real money, right? Statistically, people spend way more using credit cards than they do cash. Because with credit cards, it doesn't feel like real money. Anyway, you could put it on a credit card, but more than likely you've already learned your lesson, especially like me when I was in my early 20s. I racked up a bunch of debt on my first credit card. And then when I got my credit card statements, I saw that's all they want? I've got a few $1,000 balance and all they want is like $20. Then you keep making your payments, and then next thing you know, they give you a higher line of credit. So what do? You say, hey, let's go shopping. And then next thing you know, your credit card is completely maxed out. You've been making all the monthly payments, but your balance just isn't going anywhere. What the hell is going on? Interest. As I have said in videos before, credit card debt can wreck you. I remember jokingly calling my credit card a free money card in my early 20s. Because the more I used the card and paid my bills, the higher the credit line they would give me. Next thing I knew, I'm sitting down with a pad of paper and a pen trying to figure out how I'm going to dig myself out of this hole. This is where having great credit can come into play. Now I know this could be a moot point if you're in this situation and maybe it's your only credit card, you don't have much credit established. Who's going to give you another loan, right? It's a never-ending cycle of suck. So back to that TV, you've learned your lesson. You've been in this situation of not knowing how you're going to pay off credit cards. So you're not too crazy about putting this new big purchase on your credit card. But then you notice a strategically placed little tag that says 0% interest for 48 months or something like that. Now, if you have good credit and you absolutely have to have this item, this is a fantastic option. Just make sure to look over the fine print on this loan, like any type of transaction fee, annual fee, etc. And if there are some fees, maybe it's still worth it. Except for annual fees. I hate annual fees. Now, I have really good credit and I'm always getting credit card offers. Recently, it was like an ad for a metal black card from AMX or something. I'm looking at it and it's like, okay, there's some pretty good benefits of having this. And then I see it was like I can't remember, it was like at least $500 annual fee. That went right into the trash. Most people like me don't like using cash because once it's gone, it's gone. I love the idea of having time to pay things off. And one of the reasons for this is it frees up my money to make more money. How can my money make more money, you ask? Investing! Here's a crazy concept. Let's say you see, I'm going to keep using the TV for example. This TV is $2,000. Now you have $2,000 cash just rotting away with because of inflation in your savings account or your checking account. Now, instead of using that $2,000 to buy this TV, let's say you put it in the market. And say you only get 8% back either from dividends or in value. Well, on a 2-year time period, that's over $300 that you're going to either earn in stock value or back in dividends. You could kind of think of it as, I just got over $300 taken off of that TV. Just a thought. And now, once that TV is completely paid off and you still have that money sitting in the market making money for you, what are the chances you're going to pull that money out? Probably slim to none. You're going to see the power of investing and realize, I should put more money in this thing. So as you can see, there are definitely benefits to financing. Now, I do understand you have to have good credit in order to do this. In fact, I think it's okay to be a little obsessive about good credit. With a caveat though, I don't think it's healthy to be constantly looking at your credit score. True fact, I swear, I have never ever looked at my credit, ever. I just follow the rules, pay my bills, and I'm never late. Most like credit cards or something, they're gonna give you some type of, what do you call it, a grace period. But don't ever cross the 30-day mark. That's when they ding your credit. That's bad. And you should have at least like 3 lines of rotating credit at all times. Getting fantastic credit can take a lot of time and work, but it's totally worth it. I mean, even like, let's say 0.5% on a home loan over 30 years, depending on how big the loan is, that could be tens of thousands of dollars, if not more. And if you have good credit, you can get things that you need, like a car, like a house, like an apartment. I have met so many people that don't take their credit seriously. Meanwhile, they're working a crap job that they hate, living paycheck to paycheck. People always want to take the easy way out and not put the extra work in. The extra work will get you to places that you want to go. You want a good piece of advice? If there are things that you want in this world, you've got to do things that you haven't done to get them. Now, I have mentioned in the past, it is smart to have some emergency money. But if you have good credit, you can also get emergency money. I think it's Bank of America. They're always sending me these offers for me to take out cash, against my credit card. And, they'll give me like 1.5 years to pay it off interest-free. So where does this infinite credit hack come into play? So let's say that you have good or decent credit and you've got a bill that you need to pay off. Or you have a balance on one of these promotions that I was talking about, like, interest free for 2 years. Well, let's say you got behind on making the payments. You still made the payments, but you only made the minimum, let's say. And now you have 2 months left and you got to cough up $1,000. Here's how they get you on those promotions. Because if you're in that situation where you still, let's say, owe $1,000, you could say, well, it's $1,000. Maybe I'll just finance the $1,000, You're going to get hit with the interest for the entire thing. Not just the $1,000, but the entire like $2,000. This is why credit cards make so much damn money, and this is why I'm always invested in them. MasterCard is one of my absolute favorite stocks. These promotions, you can't just make the minimum payment. What you have to do, let's say it's a $2,000 item and they're going to give you 1 year interest free. Take that $2,000 and divide it by 12. That's how much you would have to spend monthly to pay it off in time so you don't get hit with any of these terrible fees. So what could you do if you're in this terrible situation? A balance transfer. If you do a quick search on the internet, you can find so many credit card offers with balance transfers, interest-free for like 18 months. That's 1.5 years. I was able to find like 10 offers in 1 minute, no joke. And if you keep your credit clean, you constantly pay your bills, you could rinse and repeat this all the time. Now, I am not advocating going out, spending a bunch of money, and transferring that balance constantly, only making the minimum payment. Besides, carrying a high balance on a credit card can definitely negatively affect your credit. Not that big of a deal unless you're trying to get more credit, or something really important like a house. I just want to show you some options in case you're stuck in a pinch, or you want to strategically pay off your debt to free up money for investing. Because you could be like me and take that extra time to put as much money as you can in the market. I've been doing this for years. But wait, there's more. Some of these credit cards offer cash back. How great is that? This is my Citi Double Cash Back card. It's my absolute favorite card that I have. I use it for everything that I can. I get 1% back on every purchase and 1% back on every payment. And I religiously, every couple of days, go into my account, look at my balance, and do a balance transfer. I do not like paying interest. And there are cards that even run like 5% back on groceries, 5% back on gas. There's all kinds of cards out there. I highly recommend looking at this. Another good option, if you have good enough credit, if there's something you want and there isn't special financing, you can find plenty of credit cards that are offering like $200 cash back if you spend $500 or more in, the first 3 months or something like that. So on something like that, you could be getting cash back on top of, a year to 2 years interest-free financing. And once again, I am not a financial advisor, and I'm definitely not telling everyone to run out and buy a giant 85-inch TV. Just be smart about your purchases. Make those purchases work for you a little bit by giving you cash back or freeing up your cash so you could put it in the market and make even more money. Okay, I'm going to stop blabbering on. Catch me back in a couple days for my third week, I believe it is, on my high yield dividend challenge giveaway, where I show everyone how easy it is to invest in as little as you want. Actually, I'm just adding $10 a week, and then I give one of my viewers, you, $10 as well. So I will see you then. Please consider liking and subscribing. It is absolutely free. Well, it does require you pushing the screen. But anyway, it would really help me out a lot. And that's all I know. Anyway, see you in a couple days. Love you guys. Bye.